Hi, I'm Kathryn, host of the Wholeness podcast. Today you're going to get a sneak peek of part of our episode where we discover all topics for women around diet-free weight loss, mastering your mindset, overall wellness, life coaching, truly empowering and transformational messages on how to heal your body, mind, soul, and spirit. Truly being divinely connected and guided. So if you like what you hear today, head on over to iTunes for the full episode, and I will see you there.
Welcome to the Wholeness Podcast. I'm your host, Kathryn, intuitive coach specializing in mindset mastery and committed to bringing you back to wholeness, the truth of who you were before you ever thought you were less than, whether it's due to a number on the scale, a trauma, or challenges in life. So many of us have limiting beliefs that we somehow aren't enough, and I'm here to tell you it's just not true. As a leader in transformation, having been a coach for almost a decade, with a background as a nutritionist, fitness expert, and hypnotherapist, I specialize in emotional and mindset mastery with a spiritual connection to support you in living your best life in a body that you love. Listen each week to receive expert guidance, live coaching, and have your questions answered. It's time for you to have wholeness now. Hey, lady loves, welcome back to the Wholeness Podcast. Today we are talking about trauma being stored in the body, how it's actually preventing you from healing, releasing weight, and achieving the goals and things that you really desire most in your life. So stay tuned because it's time for us to achieve our dreams and have it all with ease. And I'm here to show you how. Hello. So today we are talking about trauma being stored in the body. This is something that I learned about firsthand in my experience with cancer. And in the work that I do and have been doing for, over a decade now, when I had a lot of women coming to me, what I would find, and I felt so deeply honored and very grateful, is the number of sexual traumas related to challenges with weight, to emotional eating and disordered eating, the number of sexual traumas and the number of trauma just in general that women experienced early in life, that and throughout their lives, but mainly early in life in those formative years, that led to a dysfunctional relationship with food and a lack of love within themselves. And once I really started to see this over and over, I was fascinated and went in and as you guys know, I'm a hypnotherapist and I do energy work, and I'm schooled. That's right. That's the term. In the psychology of eating and understanding our patterns and habits and behaviors. And I just got really obsessed with mindset. I am so into just letting go, shifting your mind, knowing that we have the power to do that. I find to be one of the most magnificent things, and I love to teach it. And I continue to do it with myself and just exceed goals that I set and ways of being, letting go of identities that aren't serving me, and just really recognizing, oh, okay, wait, I can have anything I want. Oh, cool. I get to create this. Oh, great. And I get to let go of past pains and things and stories and ways of being that aren't serving me. Great. Let's do it. Right? Like, let's do that. Why isn't anybody teaching this when we're like super young in school? I hope they are now. That is my intention. This is my goal with women, and I am on such a mission. You know that the whole purpose of this podcast is wholeness, bringing women back to the truth of who you are before you ever thought you were less than, whether it's due to a number on the scale, a trauma, or anything that had you believe you are not deserving or worthy of the things that you desire most in this life. And if I could go back, I want to give you all a lobotomy and tell you that you can have anything you desire. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what limitations you believe that you have or anything that's transpired in your life. Let's turn our limitations into really believing that we are limitless on all levels. And let's go for the gold in life, right? So one of the ways, though, that I see that's really frustrating for my clients and was for myself as well, and for people in general, men and women, is when we say that we want something and we continue to do the opposite of that we'll be feeling so good and we'll be flying high and we're like, oh my God, and then something will happen and all of a sudden we digress and we feel like, oh my God, I'm going back to who I was. I'm backsliding. I'm like, I just want to feel good again. How can I get back to that time? Many of you, I guarantee that if I said, think about a time when you felt great in life, you have one that's right there, that you're always like, I just looked so good. I felt so good. Everything was working for me. If I could just get back there. And I always tell my clients, you are not the same person that you were yesterday. You've had a whole day life experience. You've had conversations, transactions, feelings, emotions. You are not the same person. It is not humanly possible to go backwards. So instead of trying to get back to this way of being, to this body, to this life when you were so happy and everything went well, we want to go, great. Now knowing who I am now, loving who I am now, how can I go to where I want to be? How can I become who I choose to be? What does that woman need? Who does she need to be? What is that identity of that woman? What is that? Now that's one aspect. These are things that I teach in my programs. I want you to kind of like placehold that for a minute. Just write down, who do I need to be to have that thing? Who do I need to be? What identity do I need to inhabit? What are the skill sets? What are the belief systems? How would she operate on a given day? Now let's go back to the trauma piece. I really want to be very clear with this. Trauma does not mean that you had to have had